Finally, it's over. The final episode of Digimon Adventure Try, Chapter 6, Our Future, and it was a good episode, or it was a very bad episode. It was a very excellent movie, or it was a very bad movie. It depends the way you swing it, and the way your perspective tells you and shows you how it unfolds. So, mate, what do you reckon? Hello, Shady.
What's going on, guys? Shady of Lightning. This is the final time I'm doing my intro for Digimon Adventure Try. So, yeah, but anyway, back to the film. I think it was okay. Like, it feels anticlimactic.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it felt anticlimactic for me.
Let's not talk about the ending. Let's talk about the beginning. Mate, that entrance, the sound was on mute, and the intro song starts playing. After the massive reveal, 5 episodes into the making, we saw
The Captain America himself.
Captain Digiboy, none other than Taichi Yagami, saving Mako.
You didn't watch Avengers, right?
No, don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it, but when Mr. Captain America himself reveals himself, the music goes off. You know, the crowd, everyone's clapping. Sorry, it's not a spoiler, but you know that's gonna happen. This was exactly the same. It was like they took inspiration from the Avengers. This was literally Ty's Captain America moment.
It was a very powerful moment. It was all those times I complained about this piece of shit who has lost his way, and I said it before I actually still stand by the run. You can't regress a character to make him back to normal and say that's something that's character development. That's not, mate. That's lazy writing. Now, regarding this, that's another topic for another day. What a way, what an entrance, and you can just see that his attitude completely shifted. Remember, he's still head on the heels of seeing Nishijima pretty much die or implied death. You know, he was
more or less death. Like, this is a scarring moment. This is a scarring moment for him when he left Nishijima. This is emotionally traumatizing.
They looked at each other. Him and Matt. Ty and Matt looked at each other. It's like they knew exactly what was happening.
It's a bit like Goku and Vegeta.
It was. It's like they have this connection just by the way they were placed horizontally and just slightly at an angle, at a perspective whereby we're thinking to ourselves, go on. We are anticipating them to talk. We're anticipating dialogue, and it's just so powerful. And it tells us that actually between these two there is if not the strongest bond, a bond that is reminiscent or reminds me of a bond between a Digidestin and a Digimon itself, and that is a very weird thing to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a weird thing to say, but it's justified. After all these years, we've seen them fight so many times, and right now, where it counts, it's just like against Spider-Man, where it counts, they band together, and
it's just like season 2 where we see a DNA Digivolution for the first time.
Yeah.
This was the purest form of having the bond or the ability to do DNA Digivolution, or just the ability to change. But one thing I need to stress, I need to point this out, is Agumon. Agumon has been aching. He's been itching to get into the fight. And then the way he was running, the way whoever animated that scene, that key frame was just superb.
We were all like, yo! We were all screaming like, this is hype.
And then when it was Digivolution and you hear him screaming, Agumon Evolution! Digivolution and whatnot.
Some emotion.
It felt emotional. It felt, you know what? I understand Agumon. It's just like he's watching his friends fight and he can't do nothing. And then he knows that Tai is back. His memory's back as well. All of the memories are back. Matt is happy that Tai is back. The sternness, the stoic nature of the leader. The leader is home. My goodness, was it good, and was it worth it?
Was it worth it? Was it worth the wait? In this film, it was worth the wait for finally Tai to reunite with the crew. But, it wasn't worth it of him his character regression and returning back to his prominence, that was not worth it. But in terms of in general, in this film, as a standalone film, it was worth it.
But we saw Omnimon again, and the
third film.
Yeah, so when Omnimon appeared again, oh my days, it was high. But once again, it didn't feel as special. It really didn't feel as special. It's weird to say that. Is it weird? It is very weird. It didn't feel.
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say it was?
We've seen Omnimon. What it was special was when we saw Omnimon in his holy mode, it seems.
Holy mode.
Now that was special, but to get to that point, it was just a bit, they were longing it out, and I just felt like something that...
It was in this episode, I believe, or it might have been in the previous episode, where Kari has that moment. You know the moment I'm talking about. You know, oh, big brother, if you...
It was this episode.
It was in this episode, wasn't it?
It's her return. Oh my!
Brother!
We were confused.
I will never forgive you. If
No. It was, you can't kill her. I've seen the light, because Kari has seen the light. Gatomon has told me we need to save Mekumon the light. And then he said, "Step aside." And then once again, we were marking out. We were like, "Oh my God, he's back!" We were like, he said, "Step aside. You can hate me if you want."
Yeah.
But pretty much it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And then you see Kari being all torn up before, and then she's like, "Big brother, yeah, I probably will never forgive you, but that's why I want to fight beside you." Now,
doesn't make any sense. That's like the epitome of hypocrisy. That is so stupid. They tried to make it cool, but it wasn't cool. It's so stupid.
It's like me saying, "Yo, Shady, listen, I don't agree with you murdering this guy here, but because I don't agree with you, I want to help you." Yeah,
that's basically what it was. Yeah,
it's like saying, "Mate, I don't agree with you that you're eating meat because I'm a vegan, but because of that,
I'm gonna eat vegan as well.
I'm gonna cook it and I want to devour it with you."
Yeah,
it didn't make sense. I'm sorry. What were you guys thinking?
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to make her look epic with the music as well. They tried to make it look epic, but it didn't work. It flopped. It was a big flop.
It's as one of our mates said. I call him Dims's disciple. He doesn't know I call him that, but it's as if that all they were looking for was just an excuse to give the Mega Digivolution, to finally give the aesthetics.
Magnadramon.
Yeah, the aesthetics of Magnadramon was just... You wonder. Gatomon goes into Angel Woman, and then you go into this big...
Lion dragon.
Fluffy dragon. If anything, it should have been Gatomon, Magnadramon, and then the Mega should have been reminiscent of Angel Woman or something along them lines. But of course, this is before. Remember, we knew Angel Woman and Angelmon in the original series, so that was established early on. I can't defend it. I can't defend the fact that it was stupid, but the the biggest thing I'm guilty of is I can't defend that I enjoyed this to such an extent that logically it was flawed.
But
I didn't care.
Again, like we said before, the action was so solid. You know when Omnimon turned into Holy Omnimon, and then when you had that sword, what's his name? Wargreymon sword, and then he was slicing Ordinemon.
Oh my!
Slicing.
Epic.
Like, oh my days. It wasn't like a normal sword. It was like a flexible...
Mate, let's rewind a little. It's just the way it happened where all the Mega Digimon, they turned into some sort of light that which corresponded with the Digivice itself.
Yeah.
And then they just went into Omnimon and boom, he had a transformation. And as you said, this spirit sword, for lack of a better word, a better term,
spirit sword,
it's very similar to like how Vegito from Dragon Ball, but it was, I'm gonna burp. I don't give a crap. I want to burp again. No, that wasn't a good burp. So regardless, that's my...
We should use that sword against him.
That's my failure. But he looked epic, and the way he was just absolutely destroyed.
The fluidity on the sword, like the animation on the sword, like slicing Ordinemon's, those big tentacle wings.
Yeah, and that's the thing. How we said how disgusting and how uncomfortable Ordinemon looked initially, it was the perfect opposite to look the opposite of a very clean looking angel-esque Omnimon. So I think that's what they were going for from the beginning. So when he eventually did defeat him, we saw some. We were a bit surprised because Evil Jedi was unfazed.
They didn't even Jedi. He didn't care. He was still smiling. He was still laughing. By the way, for me, Evil Jedi was the star of the show. He was the star. I don't care if Ty had his Captain America moment. Evil Jedi for me, hilarious. Loved him.
He had the cube, the dark piece of matter from what's that? The Apocalypse DNA or what? I can't even recall.
It could just be another digital gate. I think it's just, or it could be because it's not the dark spore. It's not the dark spore, but it's like
guys,
a little mini dark gate.
Guys, forgive me. Do forgive me because I have forgotten the name when the initial Digimon when they first introduced it. You know the little sequence they said. I think it's the first or the original Digimon, the Digimon God or so, and he was corrupted by that one dark piece of data. I think that's the data that corrupted the original deity, the original Digimon, and that's what he had. But it's what he said. It's what he said.
Yeah.
It's what he said that made me.
Arguably
what the hell?
Arguably the line of the series. He is the line of the series.
I'll let you have it. Go on, mate. Go on.
So next, Daemon or Diaboromon? Wow. I've been making Daemon videos for a couple years now. Like just that line of just hearing Daemon's name, it feels like it was worth it, bro. It was worth making all those videos.
No, but then they put them on the pedestal of they correctly so. Daemon and Diaboromon are on that level.
Yeah.
Of they're not just normal megas. These guys are mega megas.
These like are super megas. Like they're on a tier above. They're like Omnimon level, like a tier above mega.
Yeah. So like having them mention that. And we know, I'm not familiar with the games, but we know that Daemon has many forms from what we've seen in the anime.
Nightmare form and all that.
He is a villain. He's a villain of the series.
It's a huge missed opportunity with not having Daemon in this tri-series.
With not having an ounce of Alphamon in this episode.
Oh my gosh, innit?
Let's start focusing on the negatives now. Where's Alphamon? Where is it?
Where was he? Was he with Yggdrasil? Was Yggdrasil and him just chilling, back in, the worlds of distortion of space? Like, where was he? Jesmon came out of nowhere. Jesmon was doing his thing. Where was Alphamon to counteract Jesmon? Jesmon was the one that, he didn't do the killing blow, but he did the damage.
The separation blow. And if it's Yggdrasil's will, so this is Yggdrasil's plan going all in motion, surely they need to have the muscle that is
to counter.
Alphamon just to make sure things go run smoothly and no one interferes. So where the hell was Alphamon, man?
Maybe that's why Evil Jenna was smiling. Maybe they have a backup plan. Alphamon is probably that backup plan.
All right, maybe.
It could be.
Before we do, once again, give our thoughts again. What did you think of the mini prologue 3 months into the future? We see them lot living their life.
It was really weird.
Meikumon has gone back to wherever she's from.
When you see these big action level films like Avengers, when they end, they just end right. They end the film on when the fight ended. I think this is what this film needed. A film like. The ending should have been the end of the fight. There should not have been a three month gap between the fight and the ending.
I don't mind them doing the 3 month gap, but the problem is even with the 3 month gap, they didn't really say anything. They didn't really say anything about the O2 card. They didn't really say nothing. So if you're gonna do this time skip, you need to set some stuff up or give some closure to the viewers, to the fans. So
there's no closure. Maki didn't have any closure.
Yeah. So
Wizardmon didn't have any closure.
Wizardmon. Maki didn't say a word.
The Dark Ocean, what happened to, the Dark Ocean? The Dark Ocean came out of nowhere, but then it disappeared again. Where's the explanation?
Let's actually focus on the death that is Meikumon.
Yeah.
When Meikumon was about to get killed, we saw a little sequence between Meiko and Meikumon. I think it was a very effective death. I think it was a very effective death, and it was very touching.
Do you know what it was? The thing is, Meikumon's I don't like using the word cute, but Meikumon is very cute,
innocent,
very innocent, very child, like a baby, and a baby holding all that pressure of all the data of every Digimon, and now dying, sacrificing herself.
But remember what Hackman said? He said that So this is the power of the Digidestined. So I'm hoping the Hackman maybe has turned
open-minded a bit.
Yeah, he has seen the light. But the main issue I have, I'm sorry, but the main issue I have is there was no closure for me. A lot of things that were introduced were just not introduced, not built upon, and
it was like, you know, when Izzy just mentioned, oh, the O2 season kids, they're in the hospital. They just appeared in the hospital. Like, really? That's how you're gonna reveal them to the... And even, you know, Matt had that reaction. Oh, the O2 cast, they're in the hospital. Like, now you have a reaction.
But then also they pretty much, they'll say about someone in the digital world, where obviously Izzy told everyone that Ty was alive. So that's why they never had that much of an emphatic reaction when Ty saved them.
It just seemed like it's like they had a dead reaction.
It was like, yeah, as you said, like
a dead reaction to everything.
Which is
like,
what the hell are they playing
That's why I feel like this film ended in an anticlimax. This series ended in an anticlimax.
But they did a few things to kind of tease us with the prologue, where Matt said, "Oh, maybe I'll go in space." Ty he wants to go the teaching route, or
which
along
everyone
that route.
knows the ending of season 2, the infamous epilogue. Matt does become an astronaut. Matt and Gabuman become an astronaut. So this is like a little nod or a little tease to that ending, which we know is canon,
or just a clue to what is coming.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, because the epilogue itself, that we knew that Mako had to leave one way or another.
Yeah, what did you think of the Ty Mako? Like I said it before, I said in one of our videos.
I'm no fan of shipping. We both hate shipping. We can't stand it. But at the same time, you know what?
It was just...
I think that's them attempt to give us closure.
Yeah.
The whole shipping debate between Matt, Sora, and Ty can finally end.
Yeah, with Mako. Yeah, it is. It's a happy ending.
It's a happy ending, but
they didn't defeat evil Jedi. So, could there be a sequel?
Maybe we'll we'll have to discuss this on another video.
Yeah.
This one review for episode 5 is becoming a overarching review for the movie itself. So let's try to stay away from that. Please check out the other episodes if you've not seen it already. But I have to say, man, who was the MVP of this episode, of this movie in general?
For me, Evil Jedi.
Yep.
Evil Jedi.
And in terms of the deaths, yeah.
And Matt. I would say Evil Jedi, then Matt.
I would say Matt as well. In terms of the deaths, how effective were the deaths? I think that it was a missed opportunity, but Makemon's death was done perfectly. I think it was done perfectly.
One of our friends literally was discussing this as well. He was saying, if a Digidestin died, would it have made the movie more memorable, more impactful, more emotion?
But we know they can't die because of the epilogue. And this is the problem of the epilogue. Another thing is, in this movie, one human, one Digimon died.
Yeah,
that is stability, and that is just them saying that humans and Digimon can work well, even if it means they have to die. Although they never really got along or knew each other itself, but when Nishijima and when Mekumon passed away, they meant a lot. They meant a lot to the respective species. So Nishijima was the light and the hope for young people, young humans. He's the one who's guiding them, and of course Mekumon is a troubled Digimon which needs help, which she's lonely, she just needs help. But
and it kind of symbolizes that you can have a traumatic past, you can have a hellish past, but there's always good in you. I think that's the little story they're trying to go for.
That was Kari's message, but at the same time, sometimes it's better to extinguish the evil, no matter how good you are. If you're doing an evil act, sometimes it might be best to silence you.
Deep.
The final point I want to say is, Ty, is he back? And what did you think of him? What did you think of his facial expressions, his use of words? What did you think?
He did his job, finally. This is the Ty I wanted from the first film. Like, I mean, better late than never, but is it too little too late? I think so. I think it's too little too late. But, we finally got the Ty we wanted.
And that is a jumping off point for you lot. What do you lot think about Ty, this episode in general? Please make sure to tell us your thoughts, like, share.
And thank you for your patience. Thank you for, watching these videos. If you made it to the end of this video, watching all the reviews, you have our deepest, thank you, gratitudes.
And especially the last 2 days, I've been spamming everyone out with my Digimon videos. So in a race to get ready to make these reviews. So
if you have
thank
watched
you.
them, yeah, like Dimsy said, thank you so much. You know, we put a lot of effort into these videos, especially you, Mr. Dimsy.
And but the thing is that also with a lot of the problems I faced this season, this year, my laptop, my computer, my studio, all being compromised, being broken, or something happening, and me traveling, it was very difficult. And I should have posted some of the videos earlier, but I was unable to. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed whatever we post, and if you have any suggestions, please put them down below. And just that's about it. I can't thank anyone enough apart from just the audience and everyone who listens and gives us a second of their time,
any feedback.
any bit of the time. And also, please, yeah, do give feedback. Anyway, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe with your Digivice. You may now exit Dimsy's domain. Thank you, goodbye, take care. Really do take care, and
Care for nothing.